Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Vault Studio NFL podcast. I'm joined by
I'll tell you what,
Led Zeppelin over here.
That intro absolutely rocks my jocks, man.
Yeah, we know.
George playing
Shout
air guitar is what everyone needs to see at all times.
Shout out to Tommy for making that. That's unreal.
Well,
Yeah,
we
producer
had it.
Tom.
We had it for Sunday, and mine and George. Obviously, shout out to Tommy. Well done to you, mate. On the online tonight. On the line.
on the
tonight.
line.
On the line.
How are you, Big Tommy? When he played it for the live show last night, if anyone didn't know watching the live show, mine and George's headphones were essentially not working in the slightest.
Didn't you guys hear it?
No, I couldn't
Right,
hear it,
like,
but
it was coming in and out. Like
it
wasn't.
it was like you were underwater and coming up and down from underwater.
Yeah.
I could
I
not.
was rocking out.
It was I could not get a good read for it.
That was
then,
so good.
And then all I could hear for the rest of the night last night was just even after I took my headphones off.
Love
It was like being next to the speaker at a concert.
Yeah.
I just could not hear anything for the whole night. No, obviously joined by Led Zeppelin over here on the guitar. Quadzilla, Seattle Seahawks super fan. Actually, you can't be called the Seattle Seahawks super fan.
It's Seahawk Sam.
Shout out to Seahawks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we wanna-
He's living the dream.
Open the show. A shout out to our friend of the show, absolute legend of a kid, Seahawks Sam. If you don't follow him on social media, get on to him. He does great, actually terrific breakdown videos, terrific fan videos. He does an awesome job. He got flown out to Seattle today to watch the game. I think he found out a few days ago that he was doing that. Quickly flew over there. And then before the game, as a surprise, I believe, they pulled him out onto the field and named him with International Fan of the Year, which is one award that gets given out every year, one in the world, and it went to our boy Seahawks Sam from Australia.
That is incredible. Great. Well done, buddy.
Yeah,
And
absolutely
on
awesome.
top of that, probably saw the game of the year. What an experience.
Amen. In Seattle as well.
Yeah.
Unreal game. Let's get into the sponsors, though. Sporting Globe Churnside Park. Shout out to our friends down there. QR code is on the screen. Scan it. Buy your tickets. Get down there for the Super Bowl. We'll be there. George will be doing Roaming George with the mic. So
I can't
make
wait.
sure
I'm
he
really
chats
looking
it.
Not to be confused with Roman George.
Roman George or Persian George.
Yeah, Persian George.
No.
Can we call him Persian George now?
Roaming, you illiterate fucks. It's going to be roaming George. I'm going to be
And there
going
goes the
around
money.
speaking to people. Not harassing. Just asking them about.
We will be harassed.
No, you
After the big
guys are
question.
just a lawsuit waiting to happen anyway.
You can. I'll tell you what. You can call us illiterate if you can get out your phone right now and open a Google Doc.
Let's continue the show.
You should have gone with PDF.
Shout out to Churnside Bike. Order your tickets and we'll see you there.
Yep, absolutely. Again, Tommy is on the ones and twos tonight. Shout out to him. All the great work he's done for us again. All set up as usual. Absolute champion. And then follow us on our socials, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And if you want to watch a clip from today, I actually think I might have got given the script
Leaked.
without knowing. Leaked. The script.
You got leaked.
I got leaked the script without knowing because what I said about Sam Darnold last night couldn't have been closer.
Yep.
So
It's
check
pretty-
that clip out.
You were pretty spot on. You had a hell of a game.
I said sometimes you got to trust your gut, and it was just in my gut. Like I think if I was trusting my brain, I would have been more along your lines. But
Yeah.
my gut was telling me it's going to do it.
And that's okay.
Yeah,
He's been playing well.
he's played very well. And we'll talk
He had a hell of a
about that game
game
coming
today.
up.
There's no doubt about it.
Let's start with the one of the most wildest weather games you will
Before we
ever
get into the
see.
game, should we have a look
Yeah.
at the playoff picture, how it looked going into after these two games?
If you've been living under a rock, the winner of both these teams go to the
And in
Super
the
Bowl.
Super Bowl.
What are we,
Telecast-
Fox Sports Australia, Tom?
Hey,
I like it.
Oh, no, I'm not
Hold on,
shitting on Tom. But like the telecast for both these games will just have the thing under the screen on the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. Like no idiot in this planet could figure that out.
Do you know what? I think there's probably a few that didn't know. You got to remember, if there's a person in the pub that doesn't watch football, never watched it, and is just like, oh, this game, this feels like an important game, and then that pops up, they're like, what's a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
That's the next question.
It's fine.
No, Tommy, did you have something else to say, or was that just wanted to?
no,
Yeah,
that's
oh.
oh, sorry. Oh,
Yeah,
There we go. Hey, Tommy in the flesh.
the man from behind the mask comes forward. No, yeah, no, I just think, yeah, it's good to show you that your team's in the Super Bowl, Scotty.
I'm aware.
Get excited.
Trust me, I watched the game with him. He's extremely aware. So is everyone at the Sporting Globe.
Yeah, no, I was-
Actually, people next door too. They're all aware.
I'm very even keeled person.
Hey,
It's
that's
an exciting
that's
time.
2 years in a row where one of our teams have been in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. that's
And
And then George's were earlier because obviously he's a big Chiefs guy as his second team.
yeah,
So he
true.
was kind of celebrating it as well.
And now he's
when you and me, Jimmy.
always
Who's
winning.
next, you or me?
All right, let's go to the first game. Can we honestly, for the Pats Denver game, obviously Patriots got the win 10-7. The first thing I want to discuss is the change of weather in about 25 minutes. From like decent weather to snowstorm? You couldn't even see the Patriots guys running on the field in their white uniforms.
Can I tell you what happened to me? I had some things pop up in the morning. So I watched the first half of the game. I was a little bit distracted for about 45 minutes, missed halftime, turned the game back on with about 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And I legit thought that was like showing highlights of another game. And I watched like 2 or 3 plays waiting for it to come back in. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Is this a bloody...
I was watching the entire game and I thought the same thing. I thought they went to an ad break and put the wrong game back on.
Yeah.
That's how different it was. It was wild. And I will say this, and I'm not saying this because like to shit on the Patriots. The weather saved them because I think Stidham was actually... He started the game really well. And
He looked good.
And the weather just... obviously reduced the passing game for both teams to nothing.
It 100% affected the outcome.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it.
Because their best bet was passing on them, and they were doing it early, and then the weather came in, and it was like you can't pass no more. Yeah. It's over.
And obviously the New England run game is better than the Denver run game.
I think so. Yeah,
the New England defense was playing better than the Denver defense.
Well, they probably set up more for a pass rush, which it nullified the strength of the Denver defense.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, and then
that's very
New
fair.
England defense are much better against the run. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
It definitely the game style switched to, and I'm not. Please, I don't think I'm saying this as an excuse, but the game style switched to very much favor
the
New
Patriots.
England.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Let's just start from let's go through the key moments. Obviously, Stidham started the game hot, had the deep pass.
50-yarder.
Yeah, which was a really nice throw over Gonzalez, which is rare for that to happen. He doesn't get burned very often. Started off hot. They got
he did have a pick to end the game too, Gonzalez.
Yeah.
He got his licks.
Yeah, I thought Gonzalez played quite well.
Terrible throw.
We got to take a chance.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Or he might not have been able to see any Patriots because their uniforms are white.
Yeah, well, that's a thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think he started the game well. And then I think in credit to the Patriots, they kind of worked it out a little bit. The defense, I think Vrabel did some scheming, went, all right, this is what they're gonna try and do this sort of stuff. Let's
just turn the screws up a little bit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And then Stidham didn't really have a second pitch. Like he didn't have anything else to sort of.
Can you blame the kid? He hasn't thrown a pass in the NFL in 3 years. Like, what do you want from him? And you're putting him literally in the frying pan. Like, what do you want from him?
Once the Patriots worked out to bring an additional pass rusher and then blitz the edges, it was pretty much it just nullified all these screens and quick passes that Denver tried to get going. But
I do think that though, if the weather hadn't played such a big part, I think that Sean Payton's passing game could have got the job done.
Yeah, it was a lot more sustainable, definitely. Once you identify that type of defense, it's a lot easier, especially if you're going to go into a traditional quick passing game. It is a lot quicker to try and just nullify that, which would have been what their game plan was all week.
Sure.
So,
and I think that the next big decision, because early Denver were dominating that first quarter. They looked like, I think we were joking like this could be bad. Like they don't look like they have an answer right now. And they drove down the field again. They got stopped 4th and 1, and Peyton decided to go for it and not take the 3 points.
It was in the red zone too, wasn't it?
It was on the 15-yard
line. It was a chip shot. Like you'd expect the kicker to make that comfortably. So he decided to void the 3 points, go for it on 4th down. I hated the play call on 4th down. Loading up the box against that Patriots front was stupid. They essentially had 2nd and 3rd string tight ends blocking defensive linemen for the Patriots. They shot straight through the line and blew the entire play out before it even started. You
guys both said you take the points there, and I disagreed with that because keep in mind we didn't know the storm was going to happen. So keep that in mind. No one knew that was going to turn into that the second half.
We didn't know, but they knew. It was forecast. They knew the storm was coming.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
They knew it was coming. They knew the weather at some point during the game. You didn't know when, but at some point the weather was going to turn.
Yeah. So they could have gone up 14-0.
Yeah, but
no, they would have gone up. They would have gone up 10-0.
No, I'm saying if they get that, they were hoping to go up 14-0, and then
no doubt.
I don't have a problem with that, and there's 2 main parts to it. One, you've got your foot on your opponent's throat in a championship game. You stomp at every chance you get. Early in the second quarter, fine, go for it. Secondly, with the new kickoff rules, if you kick the field goal, The other team get the ball back at 30, 35, even if they don't touch it. If they touch it and run it back, they could be in field goal range with 1 first down. And we've seen that a lot this year.
Yeah.
So by going for it, you're giving Drake May the full 85 yards or whatever it was to score. And
he didn't.
The Patriots offense,
I'm pretty sure.
No,
they got 1 first down.
No, didn't they drive the field and score?
No.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about how they scored next.
They definitely got 1 first down. It was the completion to Mac Hollins for 15 yards and then punted.
Yeah.
But
okay, yeah.
But the New England offense showed no signs of life. They showed nothing at that point in the game that they were going to drive and score. So I don't mind in that scenario that to go up 14-0 and the dynamics that plays into your defense's hands, you go for it. I'm 100% fine with that.
I'm not as against going for it as I was the play call. I think Sean Payton, he tried to be too cheeky with it.
Yeah, and
I have a real problem with teams when they need short, unless it's like push, quarterback sneak, you need half a yard, load the box, do it. That's fine. I have a problem when they need a full yard, or this was a yard and a half.
Yeah, it's probably closer to 2.
Like a short 2, like a short.
I want to spread the field and open up the lane so your quarterback, if he snaps the ball and sees if the D line get out of position and they rush hard, he can just shoot up.
I'm really surprised I didn't make that call because Stidham was using his legs really well.
That's what I mean. I think that's where
that
I
would
got
have been the far better option.
And then I'm in two minds on the decision with on one I'm like, backup quarterback, take the points, go up 10. Your defense is dominating. Get the ball back. Keep rolling. Keep the confidence going. Keep the points on the board. Keep the momentum.
You just keep the scoreboard ticking.
And I think they lost more momentum on the next thing we'll discuss. But that was the start of the momentum switch, right? The Patriots really felt like, okay, we're back alive now. It's a 1-score game. We score here, we're on, right? So I'm in two minds on it. I feel genuinely, and I think you said it a couple of weeks ago, Matt McDonald. You have to let the game come to you. Mike McDonald. You got to let the game come to you. I think Payton rushed that decision. I think he should have taken the 10 points. And yeah, it's playing it safe. And knowing what we know now with the snowstorm, and if they knew about that, it's an even worse decision.
They did know about it.
I think you need to take the 10-point lead, put all the pressure back on the Patriots, and go, hey, you guys are going to have to score now.
Drive the field and score.
Yeah. But I think then the real momentum flipper.
Just to give my 2 cents on this, right? Like, again, the points are there. Take them.
Yeah.
It's a championship game. Like, your defense is dominating.
With a backup QB.
Yeah, your defense is dominating. You're starting a backup QB. He hasn't played meaningful snaps in 3 years. Take the 3 points, keep the scoreboard ticking over, and like you said, put the pressure back on Drake May, who at that point had done nothing up to that point. Okay, dude. Yeah, okay, you're going to get the ball back on the 30-yard line. All right, drive the field 70 yards and score.
Yeah, but I just think that they're probably thinking that Drake May is going to get going at some point.
See why though? Their defense is so good.
You're not gonna hold a championship caliber team to fucking 4 yards of fucking drive for a whole game.
Well, I don't know, but you take a 10-point lead. That's what I mean. It was the little tick of momentum flip that they couldn't afford to have at that point.
Because at that point,
but their defense stomped them.
Yeah,
that going for it there and what happened the next drive had no impact.
Yeah,
it was the following drive when Denver got the ball back that flipped the game.
All right, well,
let's discuss that one. So in the next, obviously, Stidham gets pressured. He's trying to throw a screen. He holds onto the ball way too long, this is why backup quarterbacks are backup quarterbacks. Yep. He should have pegged it over the head into the sideline out of bounds.
He should have thrown it to the second tier.
Or taken a sack at worst and just said, you know what, play's dead, take the sack. So he tries to throw it on the ground, I believe, but he does it too late because he's kind of waiting for the running back to clear. He's trying to make a play, which is not the move when you're playing in a championship game against the Patriots.
Definitely not.
That's a good D. And then he throws it forward, but it hits a guy's hand as the ball's coming out of his hand, to the point where the refs called it a forward pass and also called it intentional grounding because he was just trying to throw it into the ground in front of him.
So initially they called it intentional grounding.
Yeah, and called the penalty.
They called it incomplete, then intentional grounding.
Yeah.
And then it went to an ad break, and then
here comes mysterious New York, who pick and choose when they decide to come down.
I love the wording. I love the wording of the referee where he said, "After further discussion on the field, the ruling is it's a backward pass and a fumble recovered by."
And mind you, they weren't discussing it still when it went to ad break.
No, it was
Denver were on. Denver's were out punting.
Punting.
They were out there. The punt team was out there. The Patriots punt return team was out there. And then it was like, hey, we're just flipping the decision.
Hey, we're just going to randomly pause this game now and then just.
And this is where like it shits me. I've said this before. This is not an outcome discussion. This is a ruling discussion. This is a process discussion. The refs, New York, fucking challenges, whatever they do, they pick and choose when they decide to do this sort of stuff. And I actually think and we had this same argument last week with the Bills, right? Advantage goes to the runner, right? That was such a bang play that was called on the field, an incomplete pass and an intentional grounding because he was just trying to dump it. How do you then turn around after being so steadfast in your decision to flag him as well, turn around and go, you know what? There was so much evidence. And I've seen that play 50 times. I don't know. It's a 50-50 play that was called on the field the right way. Same with the Bills last week. It was called so they couldn't overturn it. Same with the Drake May sneak later, which we'll talk about, that they couldn't overturn. How can you in a big game decide, yep, we're going to overturn this? And all I can think is because they want to keep it a fucking game.
Yeah.
Like that's what your mind goes to.
I don't know how to say it without sounding like a conspiratorial idiot. I don't know how else to say it. I agree with you. Like
why? And then the quarterback. We can talk about the quarterback sneak later. He was a fucking yard short on that QB sneak.
Yeah.
Everyone knew it. The line judges spotted the ball short both sides of the field, and then when all the pile left, the ball was a bit further forward, so they just moved up and moved it. That's not how spots work.
No.
And then it was reviewed. No one saw the review. They went, oh yeah, we checked the electronic fucking spot. It was a first down. I'm like, we're not arguing that where you spotted it as a first down. We're arguing you never got it. And then when they showed the bird's eye view, he was well and truly short.
Even Romo said, he's like, oh, on the broadcast, he's like, oh, no, from that angle there, he looks very short.
And what was their reasoning? There is not enough evidence to overturn this call. So then how do you overturn it on the other one? The inconsistencies with these refs is what fucks off people from football.
Yep.
It shits me to tears. It is not hard to be consistent. Either you're going to take chances and overturn things for what you think, or there's not enough evidence. You can't do it both ways. You can't have two 50-50 balls. One's called this way, one's called that way. We flip one for one team and we don't flip it for the other team.
And I know we sound a bit pedantic talking about, the getting right into the minutia of these little calls here and there, but the problem is that
fucking dictate games.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a championship game. Like, the margins are as thin as rice paper. Like, you can't get this stuff wrong, because that led to led to
the Drake May touchdown.
Led to the touchdown, which essentially
then it's 7-all.
won them the game. Pretty much.
One thing with the refs, it's just good that they're still in their season form.
Yeah,
they brought their season form into the postseason. They're playing well. They're doing the same things they were doing well in the season. They're hard to beat.
I want the players to dictate the result.
100%.
This iteration of the refs, they're hard to beat.
And it tarnishes it a little bit, because Drake May actually played fucking excellent in that second half in the Storm. He ran the ball really. He hit a fantastic throw to Mac Hollins in the snow.
Yep.
That was an A-class ball in that sort of weather. On that corner. Like, that was an unreal throw. And then anytime it broke down,
they got the field goal.
They got the field goal to win.
Yep.
And then anytime it broke down, he'd scramble with it and he'd keep the clock going, and he kept not taking negative plays. And that's what Stidham couldn't do well, because he's not Drake May. Clearly, like, Drake May's a much better football player than him. That's just factual.
Yes.
And he was able to keep the clock going, keep the pressure on Denver, that it was like, shit, it's they've just won the field position again because they've got 2 first downs. We're now starting on our 15 or our 20 again.
Yep.
And it just kept making it harder.
To ice the game, it was getting like, it was third and second and long, and then it was like third and like medium or whatever. Like, it's getting to the point, May's going to have to make a throw here to win this game. Yeah. He didn't make the throw. He made the play with his legs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And ran for the first down. I'm like, far out. What an unbelievable. Like, that's
what I mean. And that's a credit to him. But the other shit, it opens up the door for people to be like, well, and I'm the big, they won that game because the fucking Storm turned and the refs gave them 2 50-50 calls that went their way, and it led to a field goal and a touchdown. And they scored 10 points.
Unfortunately, that's like in a close defensive game when the weather is, obviously affecting the outcome. That's all it takes.
Do you know I wish decided it? Milton Williams breaking through the line and ripping the ball out of Stidham's hands or something like that, which could have happened. Like, it happened. It came close a few times. Sure. Like, that's how I want to decide the games. I don't want refs on 50-50 bullshit deciding football games. I'm so sick of it. And they've just got to put we're not there for them. We don't care. And I'm sure Patriots fans feel very differently.
It's actually not the refs doing that. Like, procedurally, maybe they call the flag, call it intentional grounding, and then the announcers go, oh, hang on, the refs are stopping this game. They're looking at this in New York very quickly. Bang. All right, this is the call. We think this happened. Bang, bang, bang. Don't go to an ad break and then it's just like, oh, well, no one knows what's going to happen. So we don't talk about it.
Now Drake May's running in for a touchdown all of a sudden.
Yeah.
No one knows what's happened. No one talks about it because they're obviously getting their money from the NFL. So they're not going to shit can the
Patriots fans that'll disagree with me. Jules, I'm looking at you, Jules, because I know you will just to be a spiteful prick. But think about it. If those two went the other way for you guys, that's all I'm going to say. If I was watching my team play, I'm pissed off from a football sense because I think it affected the game too much, and I don't want the refs to do that. If that's your team, yeah, because it went your way, fantastic. You feel good about. Oh, you win some, you lose some. No, it's bullshit. Two of them went their way, that led to their 10 points, and that was a big factor in the game. And then as soon as they kicked their 3 points, football Jesus came out and went blizzard.
Yeah. Wait. Blizzard.
Yeah. And then, and you can put it back on Peyton for the 3 points or whatever. But again, what did I say last night? I said non-players will affect an outcome of one of these games.
Yeah.
And they tried for both of them.
They did try for both of them.
They tried for both.
That's what I mean. And bang, we got it in the first game. We got it in the first half an hour.
Yeah.
It's just the same shit every year. It was the same last week for the Bills. No,
the Bills, the Bears,
there was a Cooper Cup catch today, which I think they got right.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
And that last week, that was literally that was the intercept. They can't work it out. The inconsistencies kill the game. Now, on my principle on the Patriots, credit to them. Like, they're in a fucking Super Bowl. 100% credit to them. You don't have to always win well. You're not always going to win a game 30-7. They gutted it out.
Don't always have to beat the best teams.
Yep, Drake May. Drake May was
no. Denver are a good football team, man. To go into Denver and beat them
without their starting quarterback,
it's still overall they're still a good football team. And Stidham did enough before the storm.
Stidham's still a backup.
Yeah, I agree. He's still a backup, but he did enough.
Yes.
The reason why New England won this game. Forget about the rest. Forget about everything else.
Yeah, we'll talk about second half now because that was all in the first half.
Yeah, right. The reason why New England won this game is because they, as a team, handled the conditions better than Denver. And
they did.
And that's a fact.
And they were built better.
I think weather pending, though, I don't think Bo Nix would have played better in the weather anyway.
Yes, he would have.
Bo Nix can move, remember.
Yeah.
Bo Nix can run.
It still would have affected the game.
Oh, 100%. It affected Drake, mate. He threw for 80 yards, man.
We're praising Drake May for running and the throw's not there or the pocket's not there or they boot him out. That has been what Bo Nix has done all year.
Yeah, I think he could have played well.
He's won with his legs. He kept Denver in the game against the Bills with his legs.
Yeah.
So to say that, the backup quarterback doesn't mean anything. No. Bo Nix would have been equally as good as Drake May when the blizzard came, and you don't know how the game would have turned out.
That's a very fair take. I agree with you.
If you don't think Drake May, if Bo Nix playing over Jared Stidham impacted this game, then I don't know what to say to you. There's no point arguing with you.
Do you think that if the blizzard didn't come, it would have made a difference? I think Stidham would have.
I think
Denver would have won easily.
I think if the blizzard didn't come, Denver would have won 24-10.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Denver's defense, it also didn't suit Denver's defense.
No, it didn't. No, that's what my point was.
Because they couldn't pass rush all of a sudden. Yeah. Benito, who was giving, what's his name?
Will Anderson.
Will Campbell. He was giving him a fucking bath, man.
Yeah.
But every time he'd get around him, he'd slip over and couldn't get there.
He gave him a bath. He dried him off. He swaddled him up, gave him his milk, and was rocking him to sleep, mate. That's how much of a bath he gave him. He's going to struggle next week.
Good thing with Campbell is it's only getting better.
It's going to get much easier next week.
Yeah.
No, but again, shout out to the Patriots. It's been a really long drought for you guys. I know it's been a tough 3 or 4 years. The rebuild's been dramatic. But
the better team won.
They played better in the conditions on the day.
They didn't lose the game against the Texans, and they played better today.
And just to your point, unfortunately, whether you or I or anyone likes it or not, they haven't been bad for long and now they're good again. That's
good organizations, man.
That's exactly right. Good teams stay good for a reason.
Do you know why the Titans are dog shit? Because they fired Vrabel and the Patriots swooped on it.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Credit to Bobby Kraft that he was like, I don't know, Gerard Mayo's the dude. And I was like, Vrabel's available. Hey, Gerard, thanks for everything you've done. You're a great player for us. Peace, hombre.
One step further. When Vrabel was let go from the Titans, he did the coach's advisory role at the Browns.
Yeah.
They had him in the building.
Yeah.
They had him in the building.
Yep.
And now a year later, look where they're at.
They're in the Super Bowl.
100%. Shit teams
Poverty
say
franchises.
shit.
And like, and again, and I'm glad you brought up Kraft because it is ownership. Like the reason
100%.
shit teams are shit is because of shit owners.
And cheating.
And we're gonna. What do you mean cheating?
The Patriots. Come on. You know.
No, they haven't cheated now yet.
Well, it's just hasn't been found. Oh,
Yet.
I don't know. Something's going to come out of this.
No,
year.
I think the Raiders will start cheating now. I think we all know who the culprit was at the Patriots cheating scheme.
Yeah.
All right. No, anything else in this game, boys? Happy to move on.
Very happy to move on. A great season by the Pats and good luck.
And Denver,
Yeah,
it'll be fine. Run it back. It's a bitter pill to swallow.
Can I shout out
Yeah,
Leonard Taylor, the guy who actually got his hand on the Will Lutz field goal, which probably
the block.
would have gone in. Like,
Yeah.
it looked online and it was there. Like, you can say
Sometimes-
that it was backed up,
sometimes-
but
Sometimes you got to make some plays.
Practice squad guy got elevated just for this game. So shout out, he made a play of his life.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got his team in the Super Bowl.
Good
So
for him.
we'll see them in a couple of weeks. It'll be very interesting. Let's go to, I personally think this is the best game I've watched maybe the past 3 or 4 years. I don't think that's hyperbole. Like this game was
It was a very good
unreal.
game. I don't know about the best game of the 3 or 4 years, but it was a very good game.
I think it's the best game this year, personally. So Seattle,
Or the previous Seattle Rams game.
yeah, true. Yeah. Seattle get the win 31-27 over the LA Rams. I think it's unfair if we don't start with not only Sam Darnold, but both quarterbacks in this game.
Oh,
Because
Stafford did absolutely everything humanly possible to win this game.
I don't think I have seen that was like prime Peyton versus Brady sort of play. Like no one was making mistakes.
Yep.
No one, like in fact, the game turned on a punt returner dropping the ball.
Yeah,
that's how
we'll get to that.
that's the margin, right? And I just think these two quarterbacks jeweled it out. I feel sorry for Stafford because he really did nothing wrong to deserve not winning this game.
He played lights out. The
Yeah.
only thing he did wrong was when we get to it was the going for it on 3rd and 4th down on their own territory.
Yeah. which hurt the game.
Inside their own red zone.
Yeah, and I think
Especially on that 3rd down, he should have just ripped it to Adams and just let
Yeah, that's what I'm going to. Yeah,
50-50 ball and just rip it and
back
see
your
what
guy in.
happens.
Yeah.
And to Sam Darnold, I really enjoy when guys come back from like the depths of hell, which was the New York Jets. But he was
And
at the
Carolina
Jets.
at the time.
He was at the Jets. He got benched and cut by Carolina. So did Baker, mind you. Great organizations again. And
They turned it around.
They have now. And then he ends up at the 49ers for a year where he sits behind Purdy and learns from Shanahan and
We might have
does
to
a lot
put
of
this
good stuff.
podcast on Pornhub if we keep watching these highlights.
So the highlights of Scotty. And the way he came in, he didn't just like dominate this game. He was essentially pretty much perfect in this game. I can't remember really any mistakes he made at all.
The little virgins that are coming out are saying that there was one throw to Shaheed that was in double coverage that he shouldn't have thrown. And I was like, cool.
That happens.
I'll let a gunslinger have one throw out of 36. I'll let you have it.
Yeah, like there was like Stafford had a couple of throws that were very close. Like
Absolutely.
Woolen dropped an interception, which was a big, which we'll talk about. But I just think, I like
to the
when I
refs.
think we can get now to the point where I think Darnold's just a good player now. I think he's just a good quarterback.
Well, we spoke about it in the preview, and we were on either side of the coin.
Mm.
You said that he's gonna have to throw the ball and he's gonna deal.
I was on the coin.
No, you weren't part of the discussion, bro.
You've always been on Darnold.
Even at Minnesota, I was on Darnold's side.
not everything's about you, Scott.
It should be. I agree.
You were on the side of the coin that he's going to have to throw and he's going to deal and he's going to be basically perfect. And I was like, look, I haven't seen him do it in a win or go home game, and until I do, I'm going to regress back to the mean. And I was wrong. Simple as that.
Did you think he played excellent?
There's no argument that you could make as an objective fan watching that game. There's no argument that you could make that he did not play an excellent game of football.
No.
Anyone that says that he didn't, well, they just didn't watch the game.
Again, there's no point arguing with you.
They just didn't watch the game.
It's like, cool. You hate him. That's
Like,
fine.
And I mean that's fine, and you can hate him if you want to. Like I don't have an issue with Sam Darnold. I think he's actually a really likable guy.
Yeah.
My argument was that I haven't seen him do it in a win or go home game, and now I have.
Yeah.
And
he was excellent. Where do we want to start with the opening drive? Kenneth Walker just being like, "Hey man, I am the man here."
Yeah.
We could go. This was just such a sensational game on
I think
so many levels.
I think when I was when I thought my prediction was pretty comfortable was when he hit that pass to Shaheed in the third play or whatever it was.
First play.
I think they ran on the first play, but either way, it was extremely early. And when he uncorked that, I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, Gunslinger Darnold's out.
Darnold's looking pretty comfortable in here.
You're right. They did run it a few times. The offense got comfortable.
Yeah, and then the Rams punched back. Like Seattle got, I think, was it 10-3?
Yep.
And it was like, Seattle are in pretty control. And then Stafford went, nah, fuck you guys. I'm still here.
I think the Rams
I'm the MVP.
hit the lead. It was 13-10 or something.
Yeah, it was 13-10 just before the half. And then Seattle scored a touchdown before the half and then
got the ball back.
And then they didn't score. They went 3 and out, but they punted.
Yeah.
And then the punter, just the poor kid, man, I felt for him.
That's the second muff punt.
It's actually on the screen right now. I really, really felt for this poor kid because it
really
kind of got
pivotal moment in the game too. Like Seattle had gone, had they gone 3 and out? Was it 3 and out?
Yeah, they went 3 and out. Or they might have got one first down, but it was a quick punt.
Quick punt, and then obviously led to a short field. This is a brilliant throw from Donald for the touchdown.
Oh, it's a Bobo. Yeah, that was
a really good throw.
That was a good route by Bobo.
A guy
good route and a good throw over the middle.
A guy screaming into his chest too.
Like going back to what you were saying before, both quarterbacks were basically flawless. All the really high-profile players from both teams on offense and on defense, all of them, everyone had really good games.
Yeah.
Like, no one really made too many mistakes.
No, there was none, apart from the muff punt.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. Like, all it really came down to was, if you look at the game, both teams duked it out offensively, defensively. It came down to 2 or 3 key moments. One was the muff punt. The other one was the going forward on 4th and 4 in the
They had to go for it.
They had to go for it. That's fine. Yeah. Like, and then, maybe you could throw in the Cooper Cup catch.
I would say
catch that wasn't a catch for first down.
What do we think of that, honestly? Let's start with you. What did you think of that play?
Personally, I thought by what I've seen over the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks and the discourse going back and forth about what qualifies as a catch, what doesn't qualify as a catch, that to me, in real time at game speed, is an incomplete pass. So because he caught it. Yeah, he caught it, and he's getting wheeled around. He's getting tackled.
Yep.
And he's gotten spun around in the tackle and then landed. And as he's landed, he lets go of the ball.
Yeah.
That is, to me, under the interpretation that we've seen, that's not surviving the ground.
Yeah, but he had 3 hits, but he's rolled with the ball.
Yeah, so I think their terminology was that
I'd love to see a replay of it now because
what they called it was, because they actually explained that one again. Great reffing, great procedure. They actually explained that in depth on the screen. The ref did. They deemed that he caught it, took 2 steps, and the reach and him turning and reaching with the ball for the first down counts as a football move. So you now have essentially become a runner, so you don't have to survive the ground anymore.
Yeah.
Now, you could argue, and then that's what they said with the Buffalo one, which that's the most common one. Why they made that interception was because he hadn't become a runner yet. Whereas the Devonta Adams one last week, which was very similar,
almost identical.
They deemed he'd taken 2 steps and he'd braced for a tackle, which is essentially a football move, and that's why you didn't have to survive the ground anymore.
Like I get what you're saying, but if you watch that at full speed, it doesn't look.
So I watched it at full speed.
Like any of that.
I watched it at full speed and thought it was a catch.
Yeah.
When I watched it in replay, I was like, "Shit, they're going to overturn this here." I thought they were. And I personally think it was the right call in the end because 50-50, they called it on the field as a catch, down by contact, ball came out after, and then they stuck with it because it was like they're splitting hairs on the evidence, but there's not overwhelming evidence to say
was he over the line?
100%. Yeah, they actually he was well and true.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you can hear us, but I'd love to see this replay, man. Please.
Yeah. I think it was over.
Yeah, no, he took 2 steps as he was getting tackled. He took the 2 steps, lunged forward, and the roll. I'm reenacting it.
I love this pantomime from you, by the way.
Yeah, it's very high.
No, but like so, he's rolling with the ball extended, and then he does a 180 roll, and then the ball comes out, which is down by contact. 2 steps.
And they deem
football move.
They deem football move is reaching the ball. Like at least I explain that one. Like I can get it if you're a Rams fan. I can get you frustrated because, again, what we just said before, like you never know.
Like I don't have a dog in the fight. Like just to me, as a impartial observer, it just looked to me like it wasn't a catch because he didn't survive the ground, and B, it looked like he was short of the line to get.
So I felt like that Cooper Cup one. I'm not even being a homer. I felt like that Cooper Cup one. He had more control for longer than the Devontae Adams one and the Bills one.
Yes, I agree.
I think he had more control. He had more possession of the ball for a longer period of time.
Like I don't agree.
Yeah, that's fine. And that's why there's menus in a restaurant.
Yeah, agreed. But the point, obviously, that's a very long-winded way of saying that a really high-level game came down to these 2 or 3 very small things.
I would say the Reek Woolen one was a way bigger influence on the game.
Yeah, let's talk about that now. So Seattle are up. I think it was
31 to.
No, I think it was when they were 27. I can't remember. They were up 11 points. I know that.
Yeah.
And Rams were driving.
I think it was 31-20.
Yeah, it might have been that. They hadn't stopped them yet, and they got to 3rd and long, and Woolen almost intercepts the ball, but deflects it.
Makes a good play on the ball.
It's 4th and 16. This is just the facts of what happened, right? And then we can evaluate how we feel about the penalty. He gets up. He's celebrating, obviously, and McVay and Stafford actually say something to him. And then he responds while he's running backwards away from their sideline
around and comes back.
And now I don't know what was said, but he basically gives him a mouthful back. And then old sideline ref goes, I'm going to flag this one. We're going to give him a free first down.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I also want to preface that I looked at it today. 7 plays earlier, Devontae Adams caught a ball on the sideline, on the Seahawks sideline, and did cry face to the Seahawks coaching staff. No flag. And also, Puka Nakua, I think it was in the second quarter, had his helmet knocked off in a play and got up and screamed in the face of a defensive player. And the defensive player turns around and goes to the ref like, what the hell, man? So this is, again, we come back to the same old argument. Why can't they be consistent on this? Why do they pick that moment? Because then obviously the very next play, they score a touchdown and it's game on again, right?
Yeah.
I genuinely think if they punt on that, and I think they were going to punt on 3rd and 16, they might not have. They might have felt the same as me, that I think that game was over if they punted.
Potentially.
Could do the camera. But I think that they put your flag away and let the players make the plays.
I think in that situation, you don't know what's said, and what was said could have been the factor. Without knowing that, I think this is 2 teams that are very evenly matched, division rivals in a championship game. I think officiating that, the official makes his way between the 2 parties. He's seen and not heard, which is important. And then just say, hey, boys, disperse. And if someone claps back after that, then you throw your flag.
The only caveat, like I agree with you for what it's worth, especially in a championship game, pressure's on, tempers are high for sure. The only caveat to that is you don't know what was said.
They've already done it.
Unless you said something really egregious back to the grave.
If you said something egregious, they'd throw him. If he said something egregious enough that what he said was like, we're flagging you for what you have said, not the fact that you're arguing.
What if it's not like throw out worthy, but it's flag worthy?
Wow.
Yeah, maybe. We don't know.
I don't know.
And for what it's worth, Woolen after the game, he beeline straight to the face. Is this this is it. So he takes the mouth guard out. He says something. He probably lingers a little bit too long, in fairness. In fairness, the ref kind of gives him a warning there.
He does give him a warning to move on, and he does not move on. He actually walks towards the fucking bench.
McVay, the savvy veteran, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he baited him into it.
And in fairness, Nick Emenwari on the sideline, and I loved this from Nick Emenwari.
He gave it to him.
He went straight up to him and was basically like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, that's game there. Shut up. And I respect the shit out of that.
Especially
For a rookie to be like, hey, dude, you just cost us there. That's on
Seattle fans know, like, Woolen is polarizing for Seattle. He's torn down the middle. Half the fan base absolutely loves him. Half the fan base is like, he gives up a little bit. I love him, but
I think he's a very good player, actually.
What he has done is he has given up, I think, without even fact checking this might be the 4th or 5th unsportsmanlike penalty after a dead play.
And actually, now I saw that, the ref was standing next to him.
I hadn't seen that angle.
That's I'm believe it or not, fence to JA. I'm flipping the other way.
Because he gave
I didn't realize he was right there.
He gave him a move on signal, and not only did he not move on, he kept drawing, and he was walking to the sideline.
Yeah, no, that's
drawing.
And then that's actually when you see McVay start going at him, because I reckon McVay's going, we're going to get him.
He's baiting him 100%. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Either way, I think,
and then on the very next play, Woolen gets burnt for the touchdown as well. It was just like, fuck.
That was a great throw from Stafford.
It was a brilliant throw. Come on.
I think the other thing I wanted to highlight as well, the 4th down at the end, I thought, when we were talking about this, Witherspoon didn't have the game that I would have thought he had. Like, he wasn't bad in any way, but I think he slipped over 3 times in coverage and gave up catches. He tackled well, which he always does, but he just looked a bit off, right? And then in the key moment of the game, to cover that guy up, make the play on 4th
Mumford
down.
or something. I never heard of him before.
No, it was Parkinson, I'm pretty sure.
No, it was Mumford.
Oh, it was the other. They play with so many tight ends.
Yeah, I'd never heard of him. I mean, I had heard of him, but like cliche, like I'd never heard of that guy before that play.
No, and it was, and then to come in clutch, that's what good players do. Like he didn't have the greatest day. He gave up a few catches, but when bullets were really on the line, he's like, nah, I'm
he's
good.
Usually a playmaker, and he was not picked on. I mean, he literally slipped in coverage like 3 times that were big plays.
Yeah. And then me and Scotty were yelling at him because he was arguing with the ref for an offensive pass interference on a 4th down turnover, and you saw all the Seattle defense like running at him like, shut up, man.
I'm telling you, there's one guy, he talks shit with the absolute best of them.
I'm like, turn around, Cole. Because could you imagine if that ref had been like, fuck yeah, flag for you too.
Yeah.
I'm glad he didn't, because it was heat of the moment. Like, that's common
You're
sense.
in your team's end zone.
I hope that they wouldn't do that. But again, don't give him any chance.
Tell you what, the fix would have been well and truly on if that had happened.
Yeah.
To take this back to the Rams, who did everything, like Seattle came out, run the ball heavy, had a lot of success running the ball. The Rams stacked the box and said, hey, Sam Darnold was going to have to beat us, which he did. My only thing on the Rams is on that 3rd and 4th down.
4th and 3, you mean?
It was 4th and 4th.
On your own 4-yard line, did not target Devontae Adams or Nakua.
Yeah.
I think you scheme something up for one of those guys. If it's a tight window, you live or die by giving them the ball.
Yeah, that's fair.
You don't give it to Mumford and whoever their 4th string receiver is and try. Yeah. And you don't know the reads. Maybe the play is designed and the spacing wasn't there, but I still think you just try and fire it into you guys.
I just think the problem
too. You got to just rip it in there, man.
I think the problem with that play is that Seahawks got quick pressure on him.
They did,
and he wanted to go to the running back, and we said this because they what the term is double mug, which means they show the linebackers either side of the center and they cover every gap, and it's called double mug, right? So basically, there's too many defenders
simulated
for how many blocks you have. So
simulated pressure.
Yeah, and they're at the line. So you have to, as an offensive lineman, you have to assume this guy is rushing, because you can't just think that linebacker's going to drop and then him shoot through the gap unblocked, because your quarterback's dead essentially. And the running back flared out. It was Corum flared out.
Yep.
And you watch the D end. He flies out and hits the running back and stops his route in its spot.
And then
that allowed the coverage to come over.
Yeah.
And they burned them on that a couple of times. And the D end was like, nah, you're not getting free. I don't care if we get pressure.
Yep.
He just jammed you off the ball. And then the pressure came up the middle, which I think was Big Cat. And I don't think Stafford had any more time. But I agree, in that moment, he should have said, where's Adams, where's Puka? I'm going to put a high ball up and let's hope.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. Because on the other side, like when Darnold was in the 7-yard line or whatever, JSN, he's flinging it to JSN. Like
I feel like we've actually buried the lead. How good was JSN?
JSN had a great game.
And Nakua as well.
Nakua was great.
Nakua had a lot of yak, but JSN was just
he was unreal. Yeah. And I think the last thing I want to discuss on this game, once they got that 4th down stop, there was still plenty of time, and Rams had 3 timeouts still. That drive,
they only had 2.
Was it 2? Sorry, 2. You're right. Yeah,
because then he burnt one early at around the 3-minute mark, and then he had one left, which he was umming and ahhing about using as a challenge for that right catch.
Yes, that's right. He was. Yeah. Which plays a big part in it with the challenges. Because you don't want to, if that's a 50-50 overturn, he's like, I'm not going to risk this being not overturned.
That's the reason why I didn't throw it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't think it would have been overturned anyway. There was too much evidence for a catch.
I don't think it would have either. But yeah, that final drive, obviously the Rams stacked up and went, hey, you're not going to just run for 4 first downs.
No.
Like, you're going to have to, the play calling on that to just go, you know what, Darnold, win or lose it for us, man. It's all good. If you make a mistake, don't worry about it, man. Just go and win it for us.
Win it, yeah.
And he threw 4 passes on that drive.
He got 2 first downs with passing.
Which was spot on. And the coverage wasn't great because they were playing the run, but there was a lot of mud in the pocket. It wasn't just standing there being clean. Yeah. And then I think the best play of the game for him was when they had the 3rd down, and we were kind of going to basically the one that would have iced the game if they got it.
3rd and 7. And
we were saying you pass the ball here and you try and get it.
Yeah.
And Fisk read that play
Yeah,
so
he
quickly.
did.
And the fact that Darnold took that snap, faked the run, saw him coming, and this is where I think he's developed well. He went, nope, wrapped it up instantly
I'm so
and
glad you brought that up.
and just took the sack. He's like, I don't care.
That's what I was going to mention about
And he
Darnold's-
did it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, because he got sacked 3 times in this game, and all 3 sacks were that. He's like, no. Like there's a couple where he was like booting out as well. He's like, no. I'm just going to eat this sack. Like I'm not going to put the ball in harm's way. And it's like old Darnold would have like gone, no. Like I'll just fucking rip this.
Yeah.
Like because he's got the arm obviously to do it, and that's like almost like a bit of a double-edged sword when you've got the arm because it's like you can, and like Jordan Love falls into this category too. Where
That's why I love both of them.
he knows he can. He knows he's got the arm to be able to do it. So like it's almost like he fools himself into thinking like, oh fuck it, I could just do this.
And it pays off probably 6 times out of 10, but they fucking 6 times look good.
Yeah, and
But the four
the four,
detrimental.
like, the four are
I can live with the 4. That's fine. I'm fine with it.
But you're right. There was one earlier in the game where when they showed the replay, Cooper Kupp had kind of a step over the middle.
Yeah. There was like the skinny post
And you watch Darnold, he takes a snap, he sees the pressure and he kind of steps up to avoid it, but sees it coming at him. And you see him go to wind it up. And I reckon, I hope in his mind, he's like, you know what? This is the play that as I go to throw this, someone hits that at the back of my hand, or I throw it and it deflects off their hand and bounces to one of them. And he actually went the motion and just tucked it back in his arm and just took the sack.
Or the linebacker drops into that zone.
Or my fucking oblique isn't 100% and I try and rip this and I'm not going to get everything on it and it's going to come up short and get picked off. I don't know. You don't know.
100%. But you just saw it. You could see his brain in that half a second. You could see his brain go,
no, eat it.
I'm not losing the game here.
Eat it,
I'll win it later. I'm not going to lose it here.
Yeah.
And that's dangerous for everyone else in the league because
That's good growth.
If he works that out, it's trouble.
Good growth.
Because Darnold, the knock on Darnold wasn't the smarts or it wasn't the arm talent. It was decision making.
Yep.
And if he's going to eat that sack and live to fight another down, he's going to be a very good quarterback for a long time. And I'm not saying that as a Seattle homer.
No.
He did that for the Vikings.
That's 100% a fact. That was the only knock on him. He's putting the ball in harm's way. If he's going to eat it and live to find another day, he's got every other measurable to be an elite quarterback. There's no doubt about it.
Because what looks better, 3 sacks or 3 interceptions?
Yeah,
I'll take 3 sacks any day of the week.
I don't know. Some of his interceptions look good.
Scotty's a gunslinger.
No interceptions look good.
No, they said, look, terrific game. Commiseration, like genuinely commiserations to the Rams. Like I think these are the 2 best teams in the NFL. We've pretty much said it all year that they're the 2 best teams
It's sad
in the
that
NFL.
a muff
And it
punt
showed
decided
it.
this.
Yeah.
It's sad that a muff punt decided this.
If anyone watched both these games, there was a complete difference in the competitive nature in both these games.
And skill level.
And skill level and the coach playing chess with each other. Like it was almost like watching a GB game and an NFL game. It was.
Also, remember, like you say, it's a shame the muff punt decided the game. Keep in mind,
he muffed it twice.
Rams had a chance to take the lead with 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
Like they had a chance, and then they had a chance to stop Seattle and get the ball back again and try and score again, and they couldn't. So, yes, that was an impact in the game. And again, we've talked about that it's going to be feather of a can fluctuate in either way for a team, right, in these sorts of games. And that helped. But, then you could say the Tariq Wallen one kind of helped them too. It all kind of leveled, like we'd say, ball don't lie. It all levels out in the wash a little bit.
I suppose so.
And the bottom line is the Rams had a chance on 4th and 3 on the goal line.
3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Third and 4th.
To punch a touchdown in and take the lead and then see if Darnold can go and beat him. And they didn't. And they had a chance to stop him from getting, I think they ended up getting 4 first downs on that drive. They had a chance to stop him at any time to leave him with a minute on the clock or something like that.
Yeah.
And
Drive started with 4 minutes 10.
Yeah, and they couldn't do it. So the bottom line was that on the day when it came down to the moment, which was the last kind of 5-8 minutes of this game, Seattle made the plays and the Rams didn't. And that's just what happens when teams play. Someone's got to lose.
Yeah, Seattle's defense definitely just bucked up a little bit more. So
they did.
No, like we're not going to lose this now.
Yeah.
For sure.
When we're closing this, I come across this this afternoon that I saw Devontae Adams in his locker room. They have the little, not a press conference, but it was like a little question. And he actually full broke down. And they're like, hey, how do you feel to come short to another championship game? And then he's 0-5 in championship games.
Wow.
And I was like, I never realized that. But Green Bay lost a fair few. And then he obviously wasn't at the Rams before when they were good.
Yeah.
So it's just,
He still didn't get into any at the Raiders.
No, he definitely did not. He had a cool house, but.
Do you think Stafford and Adams run it back? Although Adams is under contract. I don't see any world Stafford retires.
The only thing that I've seen watching the playoffs and the few games before, he's been taking some fucking big hits.
Yeah, but what player retires after winning MVP, which he rightfully should?
It's hard, bro.
It'd probably be the first guy ever, I'd say.
No, I get what you're saying, but like some of the hits he's taken and he's grimacing. Like it would be a real thing for him to be 39 next year and go.
I think he'll be 38. I think he'll be 38 when the season starts.
Yeah. Like do I want to get poleaxed for a whole year?
I think that's my point. It's not going to be an ability reason why he retires. It could just be, you know what? I had a good run, won a Super Bowl, I've got my MVP, which if he gets
he's made a lot. I think I've looked it up through the week. He's made like $400 million. In the NFL.
Like he might just be like, you know what?
Moderate money.
It's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good. I don't want to get settled twice next year. What was that, Tommy?
I can comment on this. They asked Sean McVay if Stafford was going to retire in his press conference, and he got really pissed off about it.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's like, it's not happening, and apparently Matthew Stafford also in the locker room said he's going around again. So
yeah, I'm not surprised at all.
I don't
getting pissy with people for asking that though. Like, why can't they ask? I guess it's just after you've lost. Maybe wait a week
after you've lost. Come on, man.
30 minutes after you've been in the biggest.
Have a bit more decorum.
It's like asking Lamar if he thinks Harbaugh will be back just after their kick and missed a field goal.
Dude, because I can't think about that. Like we just lost the game. What are we talking about? These reporters, and then they shit on that other woman. Like Jesus Christ, these reporters are all.
You're right. That's a very fair point. They shit on the woman for being like kind and respectful and be like praising someone and bringing some positivity into the world.
And then they buck up.
And then you're right.
20 minutes after you've just lost a championship, go, oh, is your star quarterback going to retire? Like, shut up,
and you know, the only thing is it for?
The clicks, bro. Exactly.
I hope you can hear that. Click, 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 click.
That's what we've sold our soul for the clicks now.
Only the Patriots fans. They love me.
So just to put a button on your question, based on the level of play this year, there's no discernible reason why he would retire.
No, 100% agree. I only think it's the amount of punishment he's taken would be the only thing.
I think they'll just do the same thing again. They'll give him the whole off season just to get his body right.
Yeah,
he
get
can
that.
just do
it's a long off season.
Do ice baths and massage therapies and shiatsus and whatever else is going on there.
What is a shiatsu?
Oh, it's like a real deep tissue Swedish or Japanese massage or something.
Oh, I've deep massages.
Yeah. So, yeah,
are you two fucking right? We're on a header. So we can do a message together. I want to come, okay? Invite me.
Oh, we'll be coming.
So what I'm saying is, like, you know, and they'll limit his off-season program. You guys are diabolical. They'll limit his off-season program, and he won't have to throw in the off-season. He'll just come back and just roll up week one and just be elite again.
Run it back.
And let's not forget, because the Falcons are so fucking shit, they've got a top 12 pick.
Yeah.
Go get the second or third best O lineman.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's no reason why they just don't run it back and have a red hot crack at it again. Some of the like verses only going to get better.
I think everyone's under contract, are they? And everyone's under contract.
I believe so. Because obviously, I don't know how he could get better, but he's going to be as good.
Yeah,
you can't get this close and like lose to the best team in their field and go, let's blow it up now.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Shout out to the Patriots. Shout out to the Seattle Seahawks. Super Bowl is set. If you're going to go to the Super Bowl at Sporting Globe, Churnside Park, make sure you get tickets. We're going to do a quick coaches carousel now, a bit of a round.
I forgot about that. I thought we were just filling in time.
No. We've got to do the coaches carousel because it's all happening.
There's a lot going on, and there's still plenty more to happen too.
Tommy, I'll get you to drive us with this on where you want us to go with topics wise. I know you've got some clips to play for us.
Lay it on us.
Where are we starting?
Yeah, so with the coaches carousel, we can look at the head coaches that have gotten jobs already, which are up on the screen. So we've already got 6 coaches.
Oh my goodness! Just as a quick side note, listeners, if you're not watching this video footage on YouTube or Spotify, you are doing yourself a great disservice. Jump on right now. Stop whatever you're doing. Pause what you're doing. Jump on YouTube and watch this. Go.
Somehow Tommy squished McCarthy into a little bar. That is fantastic.
I'm not going to lie. If you look at the photos closely, all the others are zoomed in. McCarthy, I have to zoom out a bit just so I can fit.
I believe it. He's been in a good paddock.
He's a big man. All right. So
seriously, sorry, boys.
So what got decided last week? We obviously talked about Harbaugh. Stefanski went to the Falcons, which I think is a really good move by him and the Falcons. I think it's a good spot.
When we were previewing what we thought was going to happen, I said that Stefanski's licking his lips for that job. It's a tailor-made job for him. There's plenty of offensive.
I think he's probably upset that he took that job and then the Bills job became available.
Yeah, fair. That's fair. I think everyone do
Did you hear
coaching
the news
job.
about who is interviewing for the Bills job?
It's McDaniels now, isn't it?
No, he's already said that he's not taking the job.
Oh, okay.
Someone who's very close with Josh Allen, who recently lost his head coaching job.
John Harbour.
No.
Brian Dable.
Sean McDermott.
Yeah, Brian Dable.
Brian Dable, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. It's going to take me some months to watch the New York Giants stink off that poor guy. It's not his fault. Don't get me wrong. But let's not talk about who may be hired because that'll happen in the next few weeks. So Stefanski's Falcons, Dolphins. Is it Jeff Hapley? Is that
DC
Hapley,
from Green Bay. When he had Parsons, that was a scary defense.
That's what I wanted to talk. I'm glad we brought him up because I wanted to talk about that. Like, I think, over the sort of last 5 to 10 years, it's been a lot of like, we've got to get the next offensive guru. We've got to get the next Shanahan guy. We've got to get this.
Yeah, that's right.
Like all these, like it's all about offense. Now we're seeing a bit of a shift away from that. A lot of like head coaches are real, like obviously I think McDonald was really like maybe the catalyst for this.
Yeah.
They've seen that, we can actually have a really good team with a defensive head coach. And now look at there's a few like obviously Harbaugh's got another job. Hafley's gotten a job. Salah's gotten another job.
Well, let's segue into Salah. Salah takes the Tennessee Titans job. I don't know if this
Baltimore got a defensive guy. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if Salah
Jesse Minter. Yeah, great call. Yeah.
I don't know
4 or 5 guys that have all been defensive guys.
I don't know if Salah going to the Titans is the right move for Salah.
The only rationale that I can think about this is that
he wants to kill Liam Cohen twice a year.
Well,
that's
he wants to wrestle him in the mud.
That was my first thought.
I think he would snap Liam Cohen's.
He's a big guy, Liam Cohen.
No, he's got a real pencil neck. He'd be real easy to choke out.
I've heard pencil neck for a while. I've heard pencil dick quite often for my wife, but I haven't heard pencil neck for a while.
No, but if you look at his neck, it's very, very, very thin neck. He'd be really easy to choke out.
He's also 5 foot taller than Salah.
Doesn't matter, bro.
Salah's got that vibe though.
He's got serial killer vibes.
He's got that Arab angry blood in him, bro. Like he's just an angry unit.
When they had their little tiff and Cohen was like, keep my name out your mouth, and he responded with, I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah.
That's when you know a guy's not like, he didn't say that like worried about it. He was like he genuinely thinks he would kill him.
I think he's a terrible coach. Head coach.
Yeah, I hate this move.
The only rationale I can come up with is that twofold. One, that he thought that the defense in San Fran next year was going to drop off a cliff.
That's
I think that
was going to affect his stocks at getting another head coaching job in the next cycle.
Yep.
That's the first part. And I think the second part is that he just really, really wants to be a head coach.
Yeah, that's fair.
He doesn't want to be a DC. Like, he's a really effective DC.
Yep.
But he just wants to be a head coach. I don't know if it's a hubris thing, if it's a money thing. I don't know what it is, but he just in the marrow, he wants to be a head coach.
I think some of the reporting around this one was that Matt Nagy was the guy. He was pretty much a lock to get a second interview, and then Salah was the last round of interviews for the first lot of. He was the last interview in the first lot of interviews, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And he blew them away, and apparently he has like a plan that is, if he's going to get an offensive coordinator, and then a secondary plan if that coordinator gets taken. So he's obviously a very smart guy. He knows how to win a room. He's well respected.
Yeah.
And I think that he's played his cards, the strength of his cards, well. But I just don't see how he is the coach that you would go for if you've got a young first overall pick quarterback.
Yeah,
he doesn't have the track record.
Unless he's OC that's bringing in, which we don't know yet. Unless this OC bringing in is
McDaniels.
McDaniels has gotten taken.
That's right.
Job.
Yeah.
Which is great.
That's a fantastic hire by the Chargers. I'm so happy for them. Well done.
And then for the Chargers, obviously they lose Jesse Minter. He takes the
Baltimore.
Ravens head coaching job.
Fantastic.
I love that move too.
Yeah,
he's going to polish that defense at the Ravens has more known talent on it than the Chargers. And what he's done with some lesser known guys, if he can get in that building, I think he can make that defense very strong again.
I said in our chat, and this is nothing but facts, that the Chargers, when Minter got the DC job, the Chargers got a lot of free agents in, and they all had a career year.
Yep.
And then I said in the preseason that they're all free agents, had a career year. I can't see that being sustainable because history will show you it's not. It was.
Yeah.
They were still a top 5-ish defense. They weren't the elite of the
pretty
NFL.
Hey, top 5 in the NFL, any team would take that.
They were in that 5 range.
Yeah.
And Jesse Minter is the only logical reason why that's there. And he's got a good relationship with Lamar.
Yep.
He came from Baltimore, so he knows the Baltimore way. They've got their own specific,
culture.
culture. That's the word I'm looking for. I think that's probably the best hire out of all the head coaches.
Yeah, I loved it. And you know what? People are like, oh, they want an offensive guy. Do you know what? Get any offensive guy that's willing to put Lamar in position to succeed, which there would be, you could almost throw a rock and hit someone that could scheme up a guy like Lamar.
Sure.
So get the defensive guy, fix the defense, get it back to a dominant defense, culture fit, all that sort of stuff. Lamar will work out fine. He's won 2 MVPs. He'll be fine.
Greg Roman's made a killing out of making money out of
100%.
fucking
Todd Monken's, but he's going to get another head coaching job because of Lamar.
Yeah.
Like, it's it. And then the other.
I think with the Baltimore thing, I think a lot of people forget that 2 years ago, Baltimore was the number 1 defense.
They've got players.
With
Mike McDaniel.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me go.
It's no surprise that now he is coaching the number 1 defense. But yeah, I think Baltimore have the pieces ready to go, and with a good DC, they'll probably shoot back up the ranks again in the defensive stuff.
And Minter runs a very similar system to McDonald as well. Like they are very comparable on defense.
Yeah, it'll be cool. We get to the.
So we've gone from Jesse Minter, possibly the best hire in this cycle, to
let's go to the elephant in the room, pun intended. Mike McCarthy getting
what the fuck is going on?
Oh my days!
Is this a joke?
When I
fucking joke?
When I woke up the other morning and the first message I saw was you wrote "lol Pittsburgh,"
yeah,
and I was like, fucking Pittsburgh.
I don't even need to put anything else
and
in the chat.
I opened up my phone, like sleeping my eyes still, and Google Pittsburgh Steelers, and it popped up Pittsburgh Steelers. Hi, Mike McCarthy. I was just hysterically like, why?
The only thing that I can think of, the reason why, is that he's just from Pittsburgh. That's it. That's all I got.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a Pittsburgh native. Yeah.
I had no idea.
That's all I got.
No, like
it's just why give a guy a third chance?
The Cowboys had 3 12-win seasons
in 5 years, I think it was. Yeah,
like his track record is good, not
fairness,
great.
The Cowboys roster was pretty talented in those years, and he couldn't get the job.
And Dan Quinn had the defense playing out of their arms. He overachieved on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah,
but like his track record's good, not great. Definitely not to be recycled as a 65-year-old man. Like it's not something that you would get rid of Tomlin. Well, they didn't want to get rid of Tomlin. That Tomlin leaves, and then you go, you know what direction we're going to go get? Just this recycled above average coach.
Yeah, I don't
change everything and get another coach.
You know who the winner? Mike Tomlin's the winner out of this.
Oh, because Pittsburgh is going to suck.
They're going to sink. They're going to win 4 games this year.
And he's going
to be laughing at them.
Why are they so set in their own ways? Like they just refuse to do a hard reset and understand that that's the NFL.
They should have drafted Dart last year and they took the defensive tackle.
Like
Harmon.
I do not get it. And like Rodgers has already said he's not playing in Pittsburgh because he knowingly doesn't like Mike McCarthy.
No, that's why McCarthy got run out of Green Bay.
He doesn't want to play with McCarthy. He might like him on a personal level. I don't know. I'm not going to read into that sort of stuff because I don't know. But he didn't want to play for McCarthy anymore, and that's why McCarthy was fired.
He ran him out of town.
The relationship might be amicable, but like his offense, his schemes, his play calling, it's outdated, man. Like that's why Rodgers wanted to move on from him.
He's 10 years late on RPO. He was learning RPO when he came to the Cowboys. It was almost dead by that point.
Yeah,
it's so true.
Like he's just I don't want to shit on Pittsburgh fans. I've spoken to our boy Paul Egan, who's a big Pittsburgh guy.
What do you have to say about it?
He was very unimpressed. He actually said, "I don't think I'm going to listen this week because I don't want to hear you guys shit on us for it."
Well, to be fair, we didn't lie, all right?
It's just the same old thing.
I just can't because like I always try and think what was the team thinking at the time? Like what's the angle? What's the narrative? What's the rationale? I got nothing.
No. Do you know?
I got nothing.
What the most disappointing part of this is, just put a button on it, is the absolute ceiling for this team with Mike McCarthy is 10 wins.
Nah, there's no way.
That is the absolute. Okay,
He's saying best case scenario.
No, it's not. But I'm saying the best case is like 7.
Who's going to play quarterback for him? Mason Rudolph?
I don't know.
They're going to draft a quarterback in the 20s again? Like that works out so well.
But like Mike McCarthy is not an innovative guy. So okay, let's say the ceiling for this team is 9 wins. That's where they've been for the last 9 years.
That's what I mean. It's just it's rinse and repeat.
Like you haven't done anything. Bottom out.
Hire a young kid. Hire something different than just a game managing head coach. That's all they want to do. Like it makes no sense to me.
Well, and I mean we've spoken on this before.
Maybe they're trying to get Dak.
How
dare you shut your whorish mouth.
Just throwing it out there.
They never have him.
They've always been that franchise of, we'll just, stick to the status quo, And yeah, they've lived in that mediocrity for the better part of 2 decades, and will continue to.
Yeah, I don't see a way.
They won a Super Bowl.
The way the NFL is,
they did. They won 2 in the last 20 years, I believe. Because Tomlin's only won 1, so yeah, they won. It's still something.
Yeah,
Cowboys haven't. If you guys don't know,
no,
2026 is our year.
Unfortunately, in the NFL, things
Maybe
move.
Seattle this year.
Things move too quickly now in the NFL. Everything's in like a 3 to 5 year cycle max in the NFL now. So you can't be hiring a guy who's been out of the league for 3 years and think that he's going to take you somewhere. Like, it's
a great post that buttons up Mike McCarthy going to Pittsburgh, and it literally just said, going from Tomlin to McCarthy is like shitting in your pants and changing your shirt.
I posted that today. I posted that on the book.
That's where I saw it. Okay, that's where I saw it.
Thing I've ever read in my entire life.
Very accurate.
It's like shitting in your pants and changing your shirt.
I reckon on that note, we wrap this bad boy up.
You've done something, but you've achieved nothing.
Oh, no, before we wrap it up, we've got to discuss the Bills.
Oh, you're right.
The Bills fired McDermott last week after the loss.
Can I just say, I think he was very stiff to get fired.
I think so too. He got fired on a 50-50 call. And the owner...
We'll get to that, and we'll get to the owner in a minute. But do you guys agree that it was stiff that he got fired?
100%.
Absolutely. His
100%.
team is not even a Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
Like, his personnel is not a Super Bowl winning personnel.
That's not... If you look at the roster, it's... And you just... I know this is a very stupid thing to say, but remove Josh Allen from that roster.
It's not stupid at all.
And they're finishing, not only are finishing last in their division, but they're probably finishing in the bottom third.
Oh, no, they're not worse than the Jets.
They're finishing the bottom third of the league, for sure.
They're not worse than the Jets. They're not.
No one's worse than the Jets.
No.
But they're not good.
Okay. Swap the quarterbacks.
Fields. Yeah, okay.
Swap Field with Allen. What would Allen do with the Jets?
Do you know what? I'm just going to stop this where though. We're not even hypothetically putting Josh Allen on the Jets. No one fucking deserves it.
No, but hang on a minute.
Even in hypothetical land, he doesn't deserve that sort of disrespect.
Yeah. Josh Allen at the Jets is winning 9 or 10 games.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe.
So, I think McDermott, I think he's a bit stiff.
Very stiff.
100%.
Very stiff.
And what ownership did...
have you got the video, Tom? Have you got the clip?
Yeah, let's roll it.
Yes, please. Thank you.
My decision to bring in a new coach was based on the results of our game in Denver. I want to take you in the locker room after that game. I looked around. First thing I noticed was our quarterback with his head down, crying. I looked at all the other players. I looked at their faces and our coaches. I walked over to Josh. He didn't even acknowledge I was there. First thing I said to him, I said, "That was a catch." We all know what I'm talking about. He didn't acknowledge me. He just sat there sobbing. He was listless. He had given everything he had to try to win that game. And looking around, so did all the other players on the team.
So, just a quick takeaway. If the players gave everything they had, wouldn't they tell you that they were playing for their coach?
Yeah, so how did he from that then decide, all right, well, my star QB, my all-world QB is crying. All my other players are all crying. They're all upset. They've lost the game. I know what I need to do. Fire the coach.
Do you know what a rational person does? A rational decision right now.
Yeah.
What?
And the fact that he said, and it's the 2 lines, I fired him because of the result of that game. And then 10 seconds later, it was a catch. So he's essentially saying we should have won that game. And in his mind, whether you believe it or not, I believe it, but they were screwed by a ref decision to lose that game.
Sure.
So he was saying, I fired him because a ref screwed us.
Yeah.
That's literally his mindset.
Paraphrasing what you said.
Yeah. I fired him because we lost, and we lost because a ref screwed us. It was a catch.
Unpack this further.
It's wild.
That was on the day, I think the day of the firing.
Yeah.
And then later in that press conference, they talk about the Keon Coleman.
Yeah, that was with Brandon Bean, the GM.
That was actually disgusting because Keon Coleman still playing.
This boils my fucking blood.
Coleman signing, which hasn't worked out. How do you answer the fact that you have not given Josh a good enough wide receiver room thus far.
Yeah, I mean,
Can I interrupt? I'll address the Keon situation. The coaching staff pushed to draft Keon. I'm not saying Brandon wouldn't have drafted him, but he wasn't his next choice. That was Brandon being a team player and taking advice of his coaching staff, who felt strongly about the player. And, you know, he's taken, for some reason, heat over it and not saying a word about it. But I'm here to tell you the true story.
He's the GM.
Can
He
I-
takes heat over who they draft.
Can I, before we get to the player, which is completely unfair, there's video footage of them when they traded back.
In the war room.
When they traded back with the Chiefs, that they still got the guy they wanted.
He
And they
said,
were happy.
he ran a 4.57. That's terrific. I hope someone doesn't draft him so we get him.
That's what he said word for word. To then throw the coach after he's left the building out into the fucking wilderness
But
and
what about the
protect.
player? What about the player?
I want to get to the player
That's
part.
disgusting.
I want to get to the player part, but not only have now you pissed off the player, but you've basically singled to every coach that this is very accessible information, that you will now get stabbed in the back
Yeah.
in a heartbeat and hung out to dry. This is
And what about
one of the worst jobs now to take.
what about every player on the team that
Yeah.
sees them? Like a lot of
Now
them
we can start talking about the players.
Keon Coleman yes, he hasn't worked out. He's also in his second year.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's a
but
young kid.
I agree it hasn't worked out. That's fine. That happens to plenty of players, right? So to throw a kid
JSN had a
that's-
pretty quiet first year.
yeah, to throw a kid under the bus like that who's still on your roster
Yeah, that's crazy.
and use him an excuse for why Brandon Bean keeps his job and McDermott does. Brandon Bean, I saw the other day, it's something he's had like 48 picks in the first 2 rounds of the draft, and he's drafted 2 Pro Bowlers.
Yeah.
And it's Josh Allen and Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
They're the only 2 Pro Bowlers he's drafted.
Yeah.
Like the guy hasn't got it done. Oh, why shouldn't be held accountable to this? You're the fucking GM.
Yeah.
You're the only one that's accountable for it.
And on
Clearly
top of
some
your
sort of
job.
power struggle
On
there.
top of this, when Minnesota found out that he was no good at his job and discarded him, Sean McDermott brought him in.
Correct.
And now Brandon Bean's got like the samurai sword that stabbed him in the
Yeah,
back.
knife
Like,
good and proper.
it's not just a little fucking.
And to do that to a
Shank.
player, I don't care if he's the shittest player in the world or the best player in the world. It's disgusting. That's an employee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually can't do that to an employee.
It's pretty crazy, man.
Imagine if like who we worked for got up on a press conference and said, James is the shittest supervisor ever. I can't believe it was actually the old manager that hired him. I wouldn't have hired him in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Like we didn't want him. We
Yeah.
just got stuck with him.
Pretty crazy,
You're
man.
suing them.
Yeah.
Like you can't say that
He's-
shit.
Oh, he's got to be asking for a
The,
trade.
the,
It's a
NF, the
piece of
NFLPA
shit.
will be all over that, I'm sure.
No,
I-
he's
it's-
asking for a trade.
It's actually disgusting.
So
it's shit.
I think
He might lose Josh Allen because of that. Josh Allen might, fuck you. You don't like
I-
it.
two things are happening now in real time. One, all the work that they've done over the past 7 or 8 years to build this team up, build this franchise up, all this momentum that they've built up to sort of like it's completely flush down the toilet now.
Yep.
Like that locker room will be completely disjointed.
Oh, it's turmoil.
It's complete
Turmoil.
upheaval.
Turmoil.
Turmoil.
Tumultuous.
Tumultuous.
Complete upheaval in that locker room. That's the first thing. Second thing, now you are actively looking for a head coach.
Oh, shocking.
Right.
Yeah.
And the only thing you're doing advertising to the league is that we are a complete shit show.
Mm.
We're a complete dumpster fire of an organization. We have a loser's culture, a loser's mentality of, because the winners, what winners do
They,
is
they
that
support each other.
they take accountability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want to say, no, it's my fault.
Well said.
Like a good winner and a good leader takes all the blame and gives out all the credit. Like
Yep.
that's how it works. And if you read any leadership book, it'll tell you the same thing. They're doing the opposite, saying, "Oh no, it was all his fault, finger pointing everywhere."
And
And it's like nobody, and it's like now it's gone from being potentially the best coaching job available to, hang on a minute, do I want to go there and like the carrot of coaching Josh Allen and potentially like winning a Super Bowl? Yeah, it's a pretty big carrot, but I've got a dipshit of an owner, and like, yeah, all right, he's rich and he made a lot of money, digging for oil, and good on him, like whatever. He's got a shit haircut, but whatever. He does.
It's a bit jealousy, I reckon.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's my point. You got all this. You got this beautiful head of hair. You got all this money. Get a better barber, for God's sakes. That's just a little side note, right?
I disagree. I'm not jealous of him at all. I have a thick head of hair.
Like, okay, that's fine. That's my own jealousy, and I'll wear that. Like, that's fine. Like, okay, but you're advertising the world. You're a shit organization. You've got a shit owner who's a babbling fucking moron. Don't ever put the mic in front of him, for starters. Secondly, Brandon Bean is the GM, and he's also been promoted to some sort of like
Football's operation.
So basically, he's second in charge from the owner. So
Yep.
you, as the new coach coming in, you've got an incumbent GM, which is already a big no-no because you don't know if you're going to get along.
Yep.
Normally, head coaches and GMs are hired together and normally fired together. So you've got an incumbent GM. So, and he's essentially now your boss. Like, you've got to report to him as the new head coach, and you've already seen the track record. He's more than happy to knife a head coach in the back. Not only a head coach, but also his mate who brought him to the organization as well. The whole thing is a complete and utter fucking disaster.
And we've been fans of NFL for a long time. Before Josh Allen, the Bills were a laughingstock.
Correct.
And
Dude.
this is why, because this has been happening internally for a long time.
The Bills are, think about this, because what you said is true about their drafting and all this and all that. They got lucky drafting Josh Allen.
They struck gold.
They are not drafting Josh Allen away from being the Jets.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And McDermott's really good defense for that first run.
Yeah. It's changed my whole. I loved the Bills. Now I love Josh Allen. I hope he can get out of there.
No, I don't think he's going to go anywhere. I think he's that sort of guy.
No, I don't think he can.
Like, if you really wanted to force a trade, like any player, if they want to really force a trade,
If you're good.
If you're
good.
if you're at that level,
Yeah.
like if you're at the Joe Burrow, Josh Allen
if you're an all-pro caliber player, you can force yourself out of a trade.
Well, like I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
So, but
And if you're Deshaun Watson, you can I'm going to stop.
Force yourself upon Miss
well done for stopping. That's real growth from you.
I'll finish it.
You are a problem.
Yeah, you will.
So, yeah, like I don't think he's that sort of guy. He's not going to force his way out, but it's just everything's just thrown for a loop now. They've gone from being an inch away to that they could be bottom of the division next year. You don't know.
No,
you don't know.
The culture could be shot from this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. Bizarre. Tommy, is there any other ones we're going to go through, or is that it?
No, it's all big dog.
Oh, thanks, Big Dog. All right, that is it for us this week. Guys, there's one more game left in the season. We don't count the Pro Bowl as a game.
It's not a game. It's flag football.
It's flag football. But enjoy it. Watch it. It's good fun. They do some fun games and stuff.
A lot of your teams might be in it. Not mine.
No, they won't be.
He's really enjoying this. I'm happy.
You know, I'm just being George. I like it. I like it.
So in saying that, you're going to break the news that you're not coming to Super Bowl now because your team's in it?
I'm actually not going to come to Super Bowl. I can't watch it with you guys.
I don't blame you.
You're a sack of shit.
I'm definitely not coming.
I don't blame you, man.
I am definitely not coming. All right, twist my arm. I'll be there. 100% I'm going to be there.
It was me looking away that won him over.
100% I'll be there.
Shout out to Tommy on the ones and twos. Unreal work as always. Yeah. Sporting Globe Churnside Park, our sponsor. Get yourself tickets to Super Bowl. Do not miss out. It's an unreal event. QR code's on the screen. So get on that. Follow us on the socials, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. If you watch us on YouTube, please give us a subscription. We've got a goal. We want to try and hit 200 subscribers.
Subscribe.
It might not sound like a lot to some people, but it would mean the world to us. So just help us out. Get on there and subscribe.
It's one click there. Just click it now. Just do it now. Don't worry.
Just click. George he's dropped a raid. If he drops the second raid, we're fighting.
George has just slipped into Persian.
We will see you. Is it?
Oh, yeah.
This guy.
No, that's how I know, because I know.
All right, that is it for us. Peace out, everyone.
Ciao.